on down, just you on your mat. Have any support blocks and things that you want handy nearby the mat so that you don't have to reach them for later. Lay on down, take your ponytail out or whatever it might be over your head if there's anything. And then you can either keep your knees dropping together with your feet wide, or let your knees drop open wide and your feet together. And then we'll bring one hand on our belly, one hand on our heart, letting the elbows drop by your side. Allow your eyes to close and just start to arrive. So take a nice deep breath in, filling your belly and your ribs and up into your chest. And an open mouth exhale. And then inhale again for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath in. Open mouth exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. Inhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Last one. Inhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it out. And then a big breath in through the nose. Fill all the way up to your capacity. And then an open mouth exhale and sigh it out. And let breath just come and go now on its own. Notice how you feel after a few intentional deep breaths. Breathing a 1-to-1 ratio. In for 5 seconds, out for 5 seconds. Trying to create a rhythm, balance. Now we can just feel the body resting here and arriving on your mat. So observe the back body and just start to feel into the shoulders and the curvature of your spine, where your back kind of lifts off of the mat and where it lands back down. Notice where your feet meet the floor and where the legs don't meet the floor. And just scanning your internal landscape, observing how you are feeling right now. Energetically or physically. Maybe contemplate what brought you to your yoga mat this evening, this afternoon. What are you looking to achieve, or what are you looking to get out of the practice? And as much as you're looking for something, remember to release any sort of attachment to the outcome. You will end this practice, no matter what, feeling better. Hopefully. And so maybe this time is just an opportunity for you to let everything else go in your world, in the news, and just be with yourself, your body on this planet, in this time that we are living. Just returning home, if you will. Just for 55 minutes, that's it. And so if it feels right, take a moment to set an intention for yourself, a word or a phrase, an affirmation to guide you through your practice. Start repeating this in your mind a few times. Start to feel the inside of your mouth smiling, right? That little tiny start of a smile, and then let that smile grow on your face as the corners of your lips lift to, or the corners of your mouth lift to your ears. Notice how that feels. Notice if you take a deep breath in, right? Think about that intention and take a deep breath in and smile. And then exhale, let it all go. Then we'll bring those knees back together or just letting your feet separate hip distance, walking them in. Good, and then bring your knees into your chest. So hold on to the shins or your kneecaps or behind your thighs and just squeeze in a couple times, letting your tailbone and your lower back lift up off of the floor. So you're just keeping your legs together, pulling them in, kind of rocking the lower half of your spine up and down. Right, your head and shoulders are staying on the ground. Good. And then from here, keep your right leg in, let that left leg go long onto the floor. Reaching those left toes up to the ceiling, start squeezing the right knee into your chest, out to the shoulder, circle the right ankle. Take a nice deep breath here. Exhale, root your shoulder blades down to the earth. Feel your neck get longer. Take another full breath, doing opposite circle directions with your ankle. Good, and we'll switch legs and switch your clasp. So interlace your fingers in the opposite clasp. Right leg goes long, left knee comes in. Take a nice deep breath. And circle the ankle. Right leg is active, reaching out through the toe mount and the heel, pushing forward, right? And your toes are just pointing to the sun. Feeling the shoulder blades root down under you and your belly engaging as you exhale. Take another deep, intentional breath. Exhale it out. Good, and then bring the right knee in. Hold it here. Drop both feet now to the floor. Hands by your side. Push into your feet. Lift your hips up in your spine up bridge pose. Just stretching into the belly and your hips. Feeling a little stretch there in the abdomen. Tucking your shoulders underneath you one at a time. Feel the chest broaden there. Feel a nice little stretch through the neck here as well. And take a nice full breath. Exhale, staying in the posture. Relax your face, maybe relax your toes. Take another full breath. Exhale, staying here. One more full inhale. And then exhale to release your spine down, rolling it down one vertebrae at a time till the hips drop. Good. And then let's let the left leg go long again. Bring your right knee in. And here we go, interlacing your hands, bring them behind the head. So now we're gonna use the hands to lift the head, but lift the upper back here as well. So you feel the shoulder blades lifting. Now take a breath. And as you exhale, bring your left elbow to tap the right knee. And then switch your legs and bring your right elbow to tap the left knee. And then keep going. Exhaling as the elbow taps the knee. So go as quick as you want to, or maybe go slower to be a little more methodical with it, intentional, feeling the muscle groups that need to work to help you do this movement. Rotation of the spine, right? All of the core muscles are working here, especially the deep abdominal core muscles. Feel if you can put your navel, push your navel down towards that lower back a little bit more, right? So you're helping then to lift your chest a little bit more, keeping your shoulders off the ground. But of course, that opposite shoulder drops to the floor as the other elbow meets the knee, right? So you're kind of moving from side to side. Keep going here. We'll do about 10 more. Yeah, we're building some heat. Let's do 5. 3. 2. Okay, actually that was 1. And then we'll release. That was slow counting. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. Good. So now let's lift those legs to be in a tabletop position or a reverse tabletop position. Knees are right on top of your hips. Hands are by your side or out to a T with your palms. Actually, let's do out to a T with your palms down. So now your calves are parallel to the floor, flex your toes up to the ceiling, and your feet and knees are hip distance. So look at those knees, so your neck is long. Now take a full breath. And as you exhale, dip your legs over towards the right, about halfway, keeping your left shoulder blade on the floor. Just hold it here. Take a nice full breath. Root the left shoulder blade on the floor as you exhale. Take another big breath. Exhale, left shoulder down. Inhale, knees back up. Exhale, over to the left. Staying here, try to keep your knees in that reverse table position and root that right shoulder blade down as you exhale. softening the face. One more breath. And then lift those knees back up and stay here. Straighten the legs up to the ceiling. Heels reaching, then point the toes, then flex, then point, then flex, then point, and then circle. Big circles, loop it around, then the other way. And then pause. Glue your legs together. Reach the heels up here. Toes are spreading and they're pointing towards your face. Take a breath. Exhale, drop your legs over towards the right side, halfway. Not quite all the way, halfway. Keeping your left shoulder blade and palm on the floor. Hover here, take a breath. Engage your core. If this is too much, know that you can bend your knees. Take another big breath. Exhale, left shoulder down. Another full inhale. Last exhale, get empty. And then inhale those legs back up. Exhale to the left side. Keep that right shoulder down, big breath into the ribs. Exhale, engaging that core, pushing the tail, or your tail, your shoulder blade down. It's intense, I'm getting distracted. Take another breath. Exhale here. And then inhale those legs back up. Bend the knees, drop your feet to the floor. Hands by your side. Push into your feet, bridge pose. Squeeze those glutes, tuck your shoulders underneath you one at a time. Really press into the feet, lifting up. Feel your tailbone try to lengthen towards your knees. So you're trying to elongate that lower back a little bit here, even among doing the curve. Creating a curve. You're doing a curve. Take another breath. Hold it here as you exhale. Squeeze your glutes and push higher. One more big inhale into the belly. And then exhale, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Awesome. Hug the knees into your chest. Rock side to side. One more core work. Legs up. Now, toes are pointing up. From here, we're going to feel the tailbone and the lower back lifting up. Right? So your hands are down by your side. You're kind of using them to support you, lifting your tailbone and lower back up with your legs pointing straight up. So it's like there's strings on your toes and they're being pulled straight up. Use your hands to support you and feel the lift of the tail and low back, even coming up towards the mid-thoracic spine. Pointing those toes up to the ceiling versus behind your head. Up, up, up. Focus on point pulling up to the ceiling. Let's do for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, go up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Bend the knees, drop the feet. Bridge pose, push and lift. Tuck your shoulders, take another big breath. And release all the way down. Beautiful. All right, let's rock and roll up and down the spine. All the way towards your seat. Woo, I'm hot now, I'm sweating. So it's not as hot as it has been in Boise, which is nice, but we are getting some of the smoky air from California, which is interesting. It kind of gets stuck here in the valley. Doesn't quite pass over the mountains, so makes for some nice smoky days. Not as bad as you have it, Shauna, I think. Okay, come up to a seat, cross your legs. Move your flesh up from underneath your seat. Inhale both of your arms all the way up to the sun. Take a breath. Exhale, fold forward over those legs. And then walk your hips back one at a time. Just a little bit, like maybe an inch or ish. Take an inhale, lift your chest forward. Exhale, fold forward. Rest your head so heavy. Start to squeeze the belly in as you exhale here. Pushing against the muscles in the back that surround the spine and the low back. Rest your head more. One more breath. And then walk your hands back towards your knees about halfway. Walk your hands over the right leg. Over to the right, so you're outlining that right knee. Take a breath and lift your heart forward. Exhale, feel that left hip stay rooted as you walk your hands out towards that right side, dropping your heart over this thigh, resting your head again. Maybe your chin rests on your knee or your forehead on the knee. Maybe you're not so super far, and that's fine, or far down. Right? You just want to feel a little push in the left hand to keep that left hip rooted and breathe into the left side of your body. Take a full inhale there. Squeeze your belly in as you exhale. And notice how when the belly pulls in, it creates space in that low back. Do it again. Exhale, squeeze the belly in. And then walk your hands back in towards the knee. back to the center, and then over to the left. Outlining that left knee, press into the hands first to find a long spine, and then exhale, walk your hands out, letting your heart almost be parallel over that left knee. Press into the right hand, push the right hip down, take a huge breath into the side body. Exhale, pull the belly in. Again, 2 more. Resting the head. Last full breath. Great, and then walk your hands back in, back to center, and then all the way up. Roll the shoulders back, circle the arms up. Exhale, twist over to the right, drop the arms. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale, rotate, rotate, rotate. Probably feels good because we haven't really twisted yet. Right, we did a twist in a bit of a core exercise, but now we're able to allow our spine to enjoy this rotation. So nourish the spine with your breath, helping you to get longer and taller. And then exhale, diminish the space inside, twist a little more, looking back, having your chin be parallel here. I'm pushing some burps out, so excuse me. Hopefully you don't hear them because they're very little. Okay, and then inhale, lift the arms up, face forward. Exhale, twist to the left and drop the arms down. And again, lift and lengthen with the inhale. Exhale, gently twist. And here your elbows can bend just a little bit, popping out away from your body. So you're opening up around your torso, your thoracic spine, helping your spine to rotate, helping to create space around your ribs. Take another breath, lengthen, and exhale, twist. Inhale, arms come up. Bend the right elbow, grab that elbow with your left hand. Pull the hand and arm behind your head, bring your chin up to be parallel to the floor. Take a full breath. Hug your ribs in here as you exhale, just engage the core first. And then inhale again, exhale this time, tilt to the left side. Relax the legs, release any tension in the upper hips. Take a breath and lift the heart. Exhale, just a little tilt. Try to keep the weight neutral on both hips. So push into the right hip, get heavy there. Good, and then inhale, lift and lengthen, arms come up. Exhale, bend the left elbow, tapping your hand on the back. Grab that elbow, lift the chin. Inhale here, engage your core as you exhale. It's easy to go into a little back bend here. We want to keep a straight spine. Inhale again. Exhale, engage the core, tilt to the right. Keeping the weight neutral on both hips, get heavy in the left leg. Another breath in, lifting the heart. Exhale, tilting, tilting. Last one, big breath. And then inhale, arms come up. Open them wide, release them behind your back to interlace. Clasp those fingers, squeeze the shoulders, lift the arms, lift the heart. Look up, take a breath. Exhale here, lifting your hands higher and feeling them pull towards the wall behind you. Take another big breath. And then we'll release, hands down, arms up, big inhale, palms meeting above the head and aligning in front of your heart as you exhale, reminding yourself of your intention here. Take a nice deep breath. And release. All right, let's come to child's pose. So scoot those legs out, come towards the back side of the mat. Knees as wide as you want them, big toes touch, hips to your heels, rest your forehead. Take a nice deep breath in right into that mid-upper back. And exhale, rest. Relax the shoulders, relax the elbows and hands and arms. Maybe just rock the forehead side to side to feel some pressure there. Any gripping thoughts or emotions, right? Emotional energy, just start to let it go, let it dissipate into the background. Doesn't matter right now. Nothing matters except for you. Feeling good, nourishing your body in a meaningful way. That's the most important thing right now. It's a gift of time. So just be with you, receive the gift that you are giving yourself. Another full breath. And then let's side bend. Walk your hands over to the left side, far off that mat so that you feel the right hip push almost past that right heel. Rest your head down between the arms and press again into the right hand like we did before when we were seated. Feeling a stretch maybe more through the shoulder or the armpit. Take a nice full breath. Squeeze the belly in. And then let's come back up, walking your hands to center and then over to the right side. Far over there. Feel the left hip kind of press to the left. Take a breath. Exhale, rest the head, squeeze the belly in. Inhale, come back up into center. Now, round your spine as you come all the way up. So like you're coming into a cat pose right away. Tuck your tailbone, squeeze your glutes, chin is at your chest, rounding, and then roll over your knees. Lift those toes up to the ceiling. Squeeze your glutes, allowing your hips to drop. Roll the shoulders back, and then lift the head as you start to look forward and all the way up. And then engage your core. Keep those glutes tight. Push yourself all the way back over those knees for a little bit of a child's pose. And then inhale again, rounding up like you're coming into your cat pose with the knees a little bit wider. Lifting those toes right away. Keep your chin at your chest. It's going to be the last thing to lift, right? Until the top of the spine is opening up as you look forward and up. Engage your core. Reverse this movement, rolling back over your knees. Toes touch. Last time. Inhale, roll up. Rounding the spine, rolling over your knees. Engaging those glutes. Keep your tummy tight. Opening the front body, looking up. Exhale, press back, tabletop. So curl the toes and then bring the knees back in towards each other, finding yourself in the middle of the mat. Right away, step the right leg back, toes on the floor. Push that heel back a few times. Engage your belly. Good. Now, lift that leg. Look back to see that that heel is in line with your hip and your toes are pointing to the floor. Take a full breath in. Exhale, engage the belly and start to push into your hands so you feel stable in the shoulders. Okay. Now, point your right toes out to the side. Swoop that leg all the way out towards the right. And then drop that foot down to the floor. Outer edge of that foot drops. Come to stand on the left knee. And then align that right arch in line with that left knee. Right hand lands on your thigh. Inhale, left arm comes up. Exhale, side bend over towards the right side. Roll the shoulders on your back so you feel that the shoulders are stacked. Engage the core. And start to squeeze your glutes and almost feel like you're pushing your hips forward to the front of the mat. So you feel that lower back lengthen. Now, flip the right palm up on that leg and inhale that arm up to outline the right ear. So now your arms are outlining both ears and you're reaching. It's like you're holding a beach ball or some sort of fitness ball, if you will. Relax the shoulders. Take another breath. Keep reaching. Another breath. Engage the right side waist. And then inhale, come all the way up. Palms meeting, hands to your heart, intention in your mind. And then release your hands back down. Walk them forward. Fingers wide. Come on the inner arch of the right foot. Lift the leg up. Swoop that leg back right away and then point your toes to point behind you. Exhale, bring the knee all the way to your nose, rounding the spine down, chin to your chest. Inhale, bring the leg back, pointing your toes back. Lift that leg higher, so feel that foot lift as high as you can go. And then exhale, bend the knee and bring it forward to your nose. Inhale, bring the leg straight back and lift the leg. Squeeze your glute, use your hamstring to lift the leg higher. Exhale, knee to your nose. Inhale, straight leg, and then tabletop position. Good. From here, left leg steps back, toes on the floor to start, just opening and stretching the back of the leg. Good. And then lift that leg up. Look back, see that the heel is in line with the hip, toes are pointing straight down and your thighs engaged. Take a breath. Engaging your core and pushing into your hands to stabilize the upper body. Good. Now roll those left toes to point to the left. Swoop that leg all the way out to the left side. Drop that foot to the floor. The whole foot lands. Come to stand up on the right knee. Align your left arch in line with your right knee. Left hand on the thigh. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, side bend over to the left. Now your gaze can go up here just past your right tricep. You can look forward or down. But wherever you're going, keep that chin away from your throat. Good. Now, another breath. Engage that left side waist. Flip the left palm up. Lift it up with your inhale, outlining the left ear, both arms outlining both ears. Roll your shoulders on your back. Lift your heart forward here. Exhale, reaching over like you're passing a beach ball. Another breath. Feel the left shoulder come forward a little, so your shoulders are stacked. And then inhale all the way up. Woo. Hands to your heart center as you exhale. A lot of strength in our core today surrounding our spine, helping our posture. All right, hands down, come on the inner arch of the left foot. Remember, push into your hands, have that stability, engage your core. Even push into the top of your right foot. Then to help you lift that left leg, and then stoop that leg back. Toes point back, take a breath. Exhale, knee to your nose. Inhale, point those toes back, straighten the leg, and then lift it. as high as you can. Feel the left glute engage, lift it. Exhale, bend the knee and bring it in. And again, inhale the leg back and up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, straight leg and tabletop. Left knee down. Awesome. Curl your toes, push your hips to your heels. Move side to side. Separate your feet hip distance, separate your knees hip distance. And then look at your hands, spread the fingers wide. Index fingers parallel to each other in the edges. And then we lift, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Can you find stillness right away? Our tendency is to move, right? I always move. I just pretty much always move through my postures. And when I did my training in India, the challenge was to not move, to land and stay, right? To adjust the muscles in minute ways, of course, to find the most stability, the most safety, and the most strength. But to challenge yourself, because we're always so good at staying busy, at doing different things. Putzing around is what I call what I do. I'm doing everything. Take another big breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Walk your hands now to your feet. So bend those knees a little bit, engage your belly, walk your hands all the way back, rest your head here, and grab your elbows. Sway side to side, a little bit left and right. Feel maybe a little tug and stretch out of that lower back here. Take a nice deep breath and even sigh it out. Bring our head below our heart. It has immediate calming effects on the nervous system. And then adding a little sigh helps you to feel good. Okay, let's drop our hands down. Press into your hands. Keep your knees a little bit bent. Bring your left hand into a fist about 2 feet in front of your toes. Right in the center of the mat. And then bend the left knee, straighten the right leg, right hand to your hip. Feel that right hip track back a little bit and keep your weight neutral on your whole right foot. So push into the big toe mound on your right foot. Slowly rotate your right shoulder up towards the ceiling. Feel that right hip track back a little bit. Have a little bend into your right knee, engaging your thigh and all the muscles that support it. And then see if you can roll the left shoulder towards your back. Then maybe your right arm comes up. Looking up at that hand to see that your wrist, elbow, and shoulder are in one line. And then you engage the belly as you exhale to help you with the rotation. And not only the belly, but the right side of your waist, the side that is pointing up to the ceiling, engage between your ribs and hip, right there. As you exhale, scrunch. See if that helps you with the rotation a little more. Scrunch that right side. Another one. And then right arm forward and down all the way. Little bend in both knees, rest your head. Nod yes, nod no, and even do like a little bit of a circle here with your head. Move it in the other direction. Just feel like a bobblehead, right? Notice any sounds you hear in there. Good, okay, now both knees bent a little bit, right hand in a fist in the center of the mat, so technically between your toes, hopefully, but 2 feet in front of your toes. And then bend the right knee and then straighten the left leg, but notice how the weight distribution moves on your feet, right? You may go to the outer edges of your feet. Keep pushing into the big toe mound, even lift your toes. Left hand to your left hip. Little micro bend in that left knee. Your right knee is pointing straight forward. If you bring the weight on the inner edge of that foot, the knee's gonna come into the midline. So keep the weight neutral, push into the pinky if you notice the inner edge is taking it. Roll the right shoulder on the back and slowly rotate. Start twisting, left shoulder up. When you're ready, left arm up. Looking up at that hand if that's okay for your neck. Aligning everything. Elbow, or your wrist, elbow, shoulder. And then deepen your breath. Remember the core engagement as you exhale. Hugging that, or not hugging, but engaging that left side waist. Right? Almost like you're trying to create a side bend here, but you can't really because your right hand's on the floor. Take another breath. Exhale here. And then left arm reaches forward and down. Rest your head. Shake your head, yes. Shake it, no. Go in circles. Good. And then bend your knees a lot. Engage your belly. Push into your feet to roll up. Slow, slow, slow. Standing. All the way. Roll the shoulders on your back. Circle your arms up. Inhaling there. And then exhale your hands to your heart. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale and release your hands. Let's do a little side bend balance, and I'll just face you for this. So let's start with your left hand onto your hip, my right, your left. Inhale, your right arm up. Bring your feet together. Slowly, we're going to side bend over towards your left side. Reaching, so you're stretching the whole right side. Now roll the shoulders on your back. Engage your glutes and start to push your hips forward here. So you're helping to lengthen that low back here. While opening up the front body as these hips are lifting. Good. Now bring your weight onto that right foot and start to shimmy your left foot out a little bit. And see if you could lift that left foot. Take a breath. Good, keep reaching. Good. Lift that outer leg a little higher. Feel and see that long line. Nice deep breath, very challenging that balance. And then come all the way back up. Good, and release. All right, let's shake it out and do the other side. Inhale your left arm up. Side bending, reaching it over. Good. And then bring your weight onto your right foot and lift the other leg, right? So it's a little bit different than what we've done in the past. Where in the past we've done this, right? Where we've lifted kind of this other side and created more of that arch. But here we're trying to engage into this right side, even as you're side bending. So you're challenging balance because you're going in one direction, but also the other. Take another breath. Engage the core, reach in both directions. And then inhale, come up. Good, release your hands all the way. Inhale, now arms come up. We're at the back of the mat. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway here. Exhale, fold, rest your head heavy, and then walk your hands forward back to your downward facing dog. Nice full round of breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Shift forward now to your plank pose. Pause in the plank. Engage your core, engage your legs, engage your glutes. Everything is engaged. From here, chaturanga. Inhale your body weight forward. Exhale, lower for the count of 5, 4, 3. Yep. 2.5. 2, 1, and down. All the way. Beautiful work. Inhale, easy cobra. Lift your hands. Use the back strength. Use your back core here. Feel that low back engage. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, easy cobra. Feet on the floor. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Plant your hands. Push back to your knees. Downward facing dog. Stretching the back, stretching the legs. Find strength in the shoulders here. Outer edges of your shoulders are pushing to your outer wrists. Inner wrists are pulling up to your inner shoulders. Take a full breath. Open mouth, exhale. Right foot steps forward between your hands. Left heel swivels down. Cartwheel the arms up. Warrior 2. Pressing out of that front leg. Finding your stance here. Maybe your ankles are aligned. Maybe you're a little off kilter with this right foot coming in towards the center. Just keep bending into that right knee and feel that right knee moving out slightly so you can see the big toe, right? And then notice if you're really reaching forward, so bring those shoulders over the hips, roll the shoulders on the back. And even here, you can feel that same shoulder engagement as we do in down dog. Feel from your outer shoulders, pull out, push out through your outer pinkies, and then pull in from your thumbs in the midline of your arms into your shoulders. So you actually activate your shoulder blades. Take a breath. Exhale here. Strong in that back leg. Right palm flips up and then reach forward. Like I'm pulling you, reach. Inhale the right arm up and reach back. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Right knee is still bent, pushing into your heel and the big toe. Take a breath. Reach back. Now maybe your left hand lifts and the back of your hand comes to your lower back or wraps all the way around for the upper right thigh. Breathing into the right ribs, relax that right shoulder. We don't typically spend a lot of time here, so notice how it gets challenging. Find your breath. Another one here. Reaching back. And then inhale back to your warrior 2. Legs are still so strong. Good, now reach forward. Again, reach, reach, reach. Then that right elbow bends and drops to the thigh, and your left arm lifts. Palm is facing where you're looking. Engage your glutes, push your hips forward, roll your shoulders on your back. Feel that left leg active, pushing through the outer foot, but also the big toe mound. Good, steady your breath. And then here, start to feel again that left side waist engaging, helping you to find more space on the right side. Good. Now left palm faces the front of the mat and extend that arm in a long line. Looks similar than when we were just standing. Take a breath. Now if you have more room to go, decide, maybe you start to straighten that right arm, pushing that right arm into the inner leg, and you're lowering your torso as those right fingers then meet beneath the mat. Fingers on the inner edge of the ankle, or you can make a fist. Good. Keep reaching that left arm forward, 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 extending your side angle pose. Steady the breath. Roll the right shoulder on the back. Beautiful work, guys. Now inhale the left arm up. Engage your core, push into your right foot and that back foot to lift back to your warrior two. Then straighten that right leg. Flip your right palm up and reverse your triangle. Reaching that right arm behind you. Take another breath here. Feel the right leg engage. And then inhale back. Arms to a T. Bend that right knee and start moving the left heel in and then the toes in and then the heel in, toes in. Shortening the stance and straightening the right leg now for our triangle pose. So if you want to have a block on the inside of your foot or the outside of that foot, go ahead and grab it. Otherwise, we're going to start here just by tilting the hips. So feel your left hip pop back, hugging your right femur bone into the hip socket so you can start to tilt, feeling that your spine is just an extension out from your hips now, right? As always. Let's reach that right palm up to the ceiling and reach forward. Forward, forward. Left hand, let's bring it to the ribs. Hug those ribs back, back, back. Left shoulder back. Take a breath. And then exhale. Once you can't reach anymore, just drop that right arm. Push the back of your hand into the inner leg if you don't have a block. Opening up your chest a little more. And then extend that left arm when you're ready. Triangle pose. Squeeze your glutes and push those hips towards the left side and elongate out of the lower back. Right, by feeling your heart center lengthening and feeling the pull out through the crown of the head. Take another big breath. Now here, more than ever, engage this left side waist, creating more space through the right. Another big breath. And then inhale, push out of that back foot and lift. Woohoo! Bend that right knee, hands to your hips. Push out of that right foot, lift those toes, rotate your heel on your heel, pointing your toes to the right side of the mat. Wide-legged stance. Adjust to get a little wider here. Take a breath in. And then exhale, fold forward. All the way. Resting your hands down to the earth. Rest your head here. Start to feel your body settle a little as we bring our head below our heart. But notice the stretch, of course. Maybe your arms walk forward so you're in like a wide-legged down dog. Nice long spinal extension there. Or maybe your hands walk between your legs towards the wall behind you, helping to use traction there to pull your torso further towards the floor. And then wherever you are, feel your shoulders moving away from your ears. And of course, elongate your breath. Stretch the breath. Let's do one more here. And then we'll slowly rise. Hands under your face first, and then open your arms out to a T. Strong back and core and legs. Lift up. Arms up. Palms to your heart as you exhale. And then our hips. Move the right heel in, and then point those toes forward. Good. Now let's do it for fun. Left arm goes back. Swoop this arm down as you kind of like push your left hip forward. Lift that back heel up. Lift the arm up. Lift your right arm up. Now you're in a high lunge. Beautiful work. Take a big breath. And then exhale, fold forward. Planting your hands down. Step the right leg back right into your downward facing dog. Walk it out a little bit. Notice how your legs feel different, right? Maybe that back leg feels a little different. Relax your head. And then we'll shift forward to plank. Exhale for your chaturanga for 5, 4, 3.5, 2, 1.5, 1 and 0. This time cobra. Feet on the floor, glutes are tight. Press into the hands, but feel them tracking back. Exhale, lower. Downward facing dog. Push up and back. Stretch it out. Take a breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Can you find stillness right away? 2 more breaths. Feel the back of your neck get longer. Bring your chin towards your throat. Beautiful. Left foot forward between your hands. Plant that foot down between your hands. Swivel the right heel down. Warrior 2, bending the right knee or your left knee. Circle the right arm up. And then the left arm pressing into both feet, lifting the torso. Warrior 2. Virabhadrasana 2. Arms are out to a T, beautifully parallel to the floor. We bend deeper into this left knee to feel the inner thigh stretching. I mean, I didn't say this on the other side, but not only are we sinking and bending, but we are feeling this energy pulling in. So you are simultaneously trying to meet your feet in the middle of the mat, but they're stuck on that sticky mat. And this is engaging your inner thighs, channeling that energy up to find a long spine, confident in your stance, strong and stable. Good. Steady the breath, gaze forward. And then feel the engagement with the shoulders. Outer shoulders push out, inner shoulders pull in. Nice, full breath. Exhale here. Glutes are tight. Good. Left palm up, reach forward like I'm pulling you. And then inhale that left arm up and back. Right hand lands onto the leg gently, or back of the hand to the low back, or wrap that right hand all the way for the upper left thigh. Keep feeling those legs like they're trying to pull in as much as you're bending. Full breath into the left ribs. Reach back as you exhale. 2 more. Know that your gaze can go up, out to the right, or behind you, looking past that shoulder. Last one here. Keep the inner thigh engagement, and then release. Warrior 2. Beautiful. Reach forward again. Reach, 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 reach until you can't reach. Left elbow bends. Right arm comes up. Engage your glutes. Push them towards the right already because they may be popping out, right? Nice. Full breath here. Feel that right shoulder hug back. And then here, you got to keep that core engaged, especially this right sideways. Pull right here. And then right palm flips forward, reach forward. Extending your side angle a little more. If you have more room to go, straighten that left arm. Keep that left glute tight. Maybe lower that arm, pressing that arm into the inner knee. Reach the right arm forward. Feel that stretch all the way through the right side. Hug that left glute underneath you, pulling the outer hip into the midline of the mat. Take another breath. Engage the right side. Another one here. Inhale the right arm up. Press out of both feet, lifting. Straighten the left leg. Lift the left palm up. Reverse your triangle pose. Reaching back. Good. And then inhale back to your warrior 2-ish. Then we're going to bring your left heel in and then the toes stepping in. Shortening your stance. Straightening the left leg now for our triangle pose. So your whole chest and your hips are facing parallel to this right side of the mat. Observe how your legs feel here. Right? We want to feel, there may be a little tilt of your hips, right? But feel that rotation. Simultaneously, this left thigh is externally rotating. There's a lot going on right in here. Engage the core, feel that right glute tighten, and your tailbone starts to lengthen, and even bring your right palm onto that lower back. Notice the curve. Try to lengthen the curve of the low spine, right under spine. And then the left arm reaches forward, look in that direction. Reach, reach, reach. But maybe look at the right shoulder and see that it's behind you, stacking. Reach until you can't reach anymore. And then the left hand drops, meeting the block or the inner leg. Rotate the shoulders back, push your hips forward, and keep flattening that lower back. Right arm comes up when you're ready. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Deep breath. Engage the right side waist. Hug it in right there. Super important engagement in this posture and in our reverse triangle pose. Helps you with the stability of the spine. Good. Last 2. One more here. And then press into both feet, lift. Reverse it again. Reach back. Good. And then come back. Now, left hand to your hip, right arm's back for fun. Swoop this arm down, bringing this left hip to face forward, lifting that back heel at the same time. Right arm up, left arm up, high lunge. You may want to walk that left foot out to the side, feet hip distance. Take a breath, lengthen, and then fold. Left leg floats back, downward facing dog. Find your down dog, adjust as you need, and then find stillness. Take a breath. Side out. Another big breath. Open mouth, exhale. Shift forward to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. 4, 5, 4 and a half, 4, 3 and a half, 3, 2 and a half, 2, 1, all the way. Inhale, cobra, lengthening up, up, up. Exhale, lower. Stay here. Rest your forehead. Arms by your side. Exhale everything out. Take an extra breath. Inhale, lift your head and heart. Lift your arms, lift your legs. Locust pose. Point those toes back, bring your ankles and toes to touch. Palms face the floor. Roll the shoulders on your back, squeezing them. Everything in the back body is engaged. Squeeze those glutes, lift the legs higher. Engage your calves, lift the legs higher. Feel your shoulders lift the chest. Gaze down so your neck gets longer. 3 more breaths. Beautiful posture for helping to build back core strength. Good. And last exhale, lower. Rest a cheek on the mat. Hang out. Wag your tail. Good. And then we'll meet in our downward facing dog. Hands under your shoulders. Push back and up. Downward dog. Here we go. Take a breath. Side out. Another big inhale here. And then a lion's breath. Stick your tongue out. Last one. Right foot between your hands. Warrior 2. Swivel it down. Cartwheel those arms up. Here we go to balance. Half moon pose. You knew it was coming. All right, left hands to our hip. We're in our warrior 2. If you want to block or any support, want to block? If you want to block or any support, go ahead and grab it. Otherwise, you and me. Here we go. Right knee bends, you're in warrior 2. Right arm is reaching forward. See if you can push out of that back foot and balance right away on your right foot. Right, get a sense of balance and then work on the posture. Stack that left hip on top of the right, left shoulder on top of the right. Maybe you drop that left foot, it's fine. Bend that right knee, get lower to the ground. Right, find your block as you need to. Open up. Lift with outer hip strength, that left leg, like Yoda. Push through that left heel, roll the left shoulder on top of the right, extend the left arm up whenever you're ready. Full round of breath. Squeeze your core in. Another breath. Squeeze this left side waist. Lift that left leg higher. Last one, that's it. Bend the right knee, drop back to warrior 2. Woohoo! Take a big breath in, confident in your stance. Warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the arms down. Float the right leg back to 3-legged dog this time and bend the knee and open your hip. Open, open, open. Take a big breath. Straighten that leg, pointing your toes out to the side. Reach, 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 or behind you, I mean. Point your toes back. And then exhale, lower that leg down. Nice full round of breath here. Exhale it out. Left foot between your hands. Warrior 2. Right heel swivels down. Cartwheel those arms up. Right hand to your hip right away. Here we go. Get a little bend in both knees. And then you're going to push out of that right foot. So I always bend deeper into this back knee to help me push, get a sense of balance, staring at my focus point, my drishti, and then I slowly tilt down. Simultaneously, like a pendulum, that right leg is lifting, core is tight, tailbone is lengthening to the right heel. Hug the ribs in, hug that right side waist. Right arm comes up whenever you're ready. Challenge yourself and change your gaze. 3 more. Lift that right leg higher. Outer hip strength helping you here. Flex the foot, flare your toes. Good, 1 more breath. Left knee bends, dropping that right foot back. Woo! Warrior 2. Big breath here, warriors. Exhale, cartwheel it down. Left leg floats back to your 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, open that hip, lifting that knee higher. Full breath in. Push your right heel down. Feel that stretch. Deep breath here. Point your toes, straighten the leg. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full round of breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Bend your knees. Hop or step forward. Feet to your outer hands. Malasana, low squat. Elbows are on your inner knees, lengthening your heart up. Feel the pressure pushing into your feet here so you feel that foundation helping you to rise. Take a breath. Engage the belly. 2 more. Hands down. Use them to support you all the way. Bottoms of your feet meet. Bound ankle pose. Step one hip back, then the other hip back. Hands on interlacing around your toes or on your shins. Lift and lengthen your heart and spine up. And then exhale, pull your heart forward towards those toes. Elbows can press into your knees, like calves, or even come in front of your shins. Steady the breath. And again, squeeze your navel in. Relax your head heavier. And then slowly roll back up. Hold on to those outer knees, push your knees together, let the legs go long. Remove the bits out from underneath you, shake your feet side to side, side to side, side to side. And then we're gonna bend your knees, bring your right or your left ankle underneath the right. Bringing that ankle close to your glute, and then cross that right knee over the left, and then bring your right hand onto that right thigh, left hand onto your left knee, and lower thigh, and then push. So you're crossing your knees, trying to stack here. And then we lower our hips evenly. So now we're in cow face pose, right? Where our knees are stacked. I'll face you this way. So versus our Lord of the Fish pose where we would twist, we are not twisting, and we are squeezing those thighs together. Lowering and stretching our hips. Hands down, either on your feet or by your hips. Take a breath. Exhale here. Walk your hands any little bit forward. And if this feels very unavailable for you, bring in a pillow underneath your hips. You're going to create some space to help you be able to cross the legs. Good. And then keep going. Listen to your body. Only go as far as to feel a stretch, right? That gentle stretch. Big breath in. And big breath out as you release tension and you lower further down. Just let him in, honey. Mendel, my cat, is knocking at the door. Like, let me in. What are you guys doing in there? Take a couple more breaths here. Start to relax your head a little heavier. And another one. All right, let's come back up. Use your hands. Lean back. So bring your hands behind you. Lean back, uncross the legs. And let's come into it a different way. Hands are behind you. Knees are bent. Cross your left knee over your right, like you're just sitting and hanging out. And then walk your feet apart from each other. Then bring your weight forward. Notice what happens, right? Ooh, it gets intense. Bring your left hand onto that left thigh, right hand in front of this left leg. Push your knees to stack, right? And even you can see, walk that left foot towards the right hip a little more. So now I've rotated. Now hands can be on your knee, right? Or on your toes and foot, or by your feet, or by your hips. Try to relax here just right away. Take a breath. Get heavy in your hips. Take another breath. And then your hands can come forward any little bit, right? You know where you can go. I can't feel what's going on over there, so I trust you're only moving as safely. All right, don't push yourself. Sometimes we get hooked on like seeing where someone is in a posture and you're like, oh, I want to do that, but maybe you're not there yet. Or maybe you're way further. Just listen to the body. It's kind of a great part of virtual practice is that we're with ourselves, really. We can't be distracted by what other people are doing, except for me. So it's a great additional gift to the virtual offering, just being able to kind of be with yourself in your space too, your own sacred space. Let's take another breath. And come all the way up. Hands by your hips or behind you. Lift those knees, uncross the legs. Let your legs go long. Shake them out, circles, whatever. Shake it, wiggle, jiggle. All right, and then you on your mat, legs long. We're gonna take our time and do a little core work because why not? Inhale, arms up. Exhale, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Reach those arms towards your toes. Reach, reach, reach back. And roll back, and before your shoulder blades land, pause, then lift your legs, both legs. Inhale, lift a little higher, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Keep going. 10. 5. 1, hold it, deep breath in. Exhale, lower. Beautiful work. Arms reach back, toes forward, full body stretch here. Take a breath. And relax. Right knee in. Left hand takes it. Roll to your right or your left side to twist, twist, twist. Right arm up and open it out to a T. Take a breath. Relax into your rotation. One more. And then roll back, right leg meeting the left. Left knee in. Right hand takes it over to the right. Left arm up, full breath. Exhale, twist. Dropping that arm open, relaxing the legs. Take a breath here. Exhale, relax the legs, your ankles, your hips, your lower back, your left shoulder. Last full breath, fullest, deepest, most thoughtful breath. And then we'll roll on our back, both knees into your chest, hug it out. Let's do a half straddle or happy baby, whichever you prefer, knees wide in both. Either the bottoms of your feet come up and you can grab your ankles or feet for happy baby, or you just keep your feet bent, your knees bent, and knees wide. Take a breath. And then we'll hug. Give yourself a big hug because you deserve self-love. Nose to your knees, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Take a big breath here. Exhale, release for your final resting pose. Shavasana. Any extra things you want to do, do it. If you want to throw your legs up the wall or couch or chair, do that. Or invite any support that you need in. A blanket on your belly or under your hips or your legs. We'll be here for a couple minutes. Open mouth, exhale all of the stale air out from your beautiful practice. And then inhale in through your nose, fill the belly and your ribs and your chest and your throat and your head. Hold it there, sip it up. And then an open mouth, exhale. Melt into your Shavasana. You're turning from ice into water, melting into a puddle on your mat. Do nothing but rest. slowly begin to deepen your breath. Begin to invite movement inside as you reawaken. Fingers and toes, and your eyes and your lids, and your head side to side. Swallowing. And making our way into a full body stretch, lengthening the legs long, arms reaching back, pointing those fingers, pointing your toes, reaching, stretching, flexing, taking a breath in. Exhale, relax. Bend your knees, roll over, take your time, close those eyes. Remind yourself of your intention here. Smile at it. And then use your hands and your sense of touch to push up to a seated position. Sitting however feels most comfortable to find a long spine. Take a nice full breath in through the nose. And open mouth exhale. Almost like you're sinking back into a state of Shavasana. Feeling the state of calm and peace that you've created inside. A state of tranquility and balance, groundedness. Returning home with comfort and love. Turn your palms together in front of your heart and gently rub your palms. Going faster and faster to feel the heat. Once you feel warm, in your warm palms, stick up over your closed eyes, barely on your face. Observe. Take a breath. And release your hands. Palms meeting in front of your heart. Believe in yourself and do what you are supposed to. Appreciate yourself, enjoy yourself, and love yourself. From my heart to yours, my friends and family, Namaste. Alrighty. Thanks, my friends and family.